Our Nurglings are slowly coming in. Okay, you can get on them as well. And... oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What's going on with you? You've taken a lot of damage here. In fact, and we can't even really heal you up very much, so let's get you out of there. You broke, never mind. Let's hope that you can survive. Good morning everyone and welcome back. For anyone new, I play games for the storytelling and challenge, which generally means taking my time, trying to stay thematic, and avoiding exploits. If you prefer min-maxing or speeding through content, then my stuff may not be for you, although you're welcome to join us for a while to find out. In Total War Warhammer, that means using some mods to try to make the campaign and battles slower and harder, to try to fit the brutal world of Warhammer, and also fighting all but the most lopsided battles manually. There's a link in the description to all the mods we're using and why, and another to the Steam Workshop page where you can subscribe to all these mods with one click. For this campaign, we're playing as Gath Plaguefather, the Fetid Brewmaster, spreading out across the world not for the sake of world domination, but in search of the perfect plague. For some reason, humans and dwarves and lizards and everyone else don't seem to want to embrace Grandfather Nurgle's toxic love and are fighting back, which is an annoyance to Gath, so we'll just have to use more forceful methods, like destroying their armies, capturing their cities, and spreading our corruption to every province we can reach. Alrighty, I hope everybody is ready for a little plague goodness here, and let's go ahead and just take a minute again here to zoom in and appreciate the graphics of this gorgeous game, and of course the beauty that is Nurgle with all of our pustulant forests growing up here. So just like to do that from time to time to just make sure that I really appreciate modern day video games. So let's talk a little bit of, I guess let's give a little bit of a recap here. We've got 3 different major wars going on. One nice thing, incidentally, about the about having to retreat right here is we got pushed back into our own territory, which means our one depleted unit, I think he was at 79 models before, he gained a little bit of additional replenishment from being pushed back into our territory, and he's almost back up to full, so that's kind of nice. So anyway, as I was saying, the 3 major wars, we've got one war going on right here against Kolek, which is more or less a stalemate at this point. I would like to try to maybe lure them into a combat where we can get our garrison to come out to our aid, because we definitely win a fight against these 2 armies if we have the benefit of our garrison. But as long as that hero is right there, we probably aren't going to be able to do it because we can't go into ambush stance. He'll pull us right back out of it again. I could try to assassinate him, and I'm going to think about that, but we'll worry about that in a minute. Anyway, moving on to the other major wars that we have going on. We are, of course, winning handily our war against Kislev. Now, we're only at war with Tsarina Katarine, and interestingly enough, Kastaltin has gone to war against Balthazar Gelt, so that works out to our advantage. He'll be distracted by that, presumably. We're going to go ahead and raid that territory here this turn because we do have an objective for it. I'll get to that in just a minute. And then finally, our 3rd major war going on down here is, of course, the war against Cathay, and it looks like we're in pretty good shape to go ahead and invade Warhammer India down here, the subcontinent, which is good for us because these are all nice, suitable climates for us. And I don't really want the Chaos Dwarves to get all this territory, so I think I am going to press the offensive down here. Kiang is in better shape now with 20 model, or I'm sorry, with 20 units here. to be able to defend themselves. I could hurry up and throw up an additional, recruit an additional lord and give him a regiment of renown or two if it looks like Zhao Ming wants to come down and attack it. But at least for the moment, it looks like Zhao Ming wants to retake Hanyu Port, which is what we have wanted for about the last 4 or 5 turns, is for Cathay and the Chaos Dwarves to fight each other and sort of deplete their strength while we take advantage down here. So that's the status of the 3 current wars that we've got going on. And then, of course, we have the #1 concern strategically, which is Grimgor, who we did have a non-aggression pact with, and he broke it a few turns ago. So at any point, he's going to attack us. We just don't know when, and we don't know where. And he's got these Wa armies, which the good news, I guess, is that his Wa is not aimed at us at this point. The bad news, we know it's not going to take him long to launch another Wa. And even though the target of the Wa is not us, that doesn't mean he's not going to bring these humongous Wa armies, bring them to bear against us. So, don't really know quite what to expect from Grimgor. It would be nice to be able to fight that war at a time of our choosing, but with all of those armies there, we obviously have to pay attention to it and be prepared for the possibility that he could attack us at any point, and really anywhere along this border. He could attack us very easily at Ruin's End, which is almost a best case scenario for us. He could attack us at Pig Barter. He could attack us at Flayed Rock. He could attack us at Shambletown. So there's just so many places to defend. We're not going to be able to defend them all very easily at this point. So we'll just adapt as as best we can. All right. So enough about the strategic recap here. Let's go ahead and get through our messages here, see if anything impacts us. We encountered Bretonia, which is kind of cool. I like the idea of us eventually invading Bretonia. We got lots of new buildings here, which is very good for us. That means our income should start going back up again. It always fluctuates with Nurgle because of the cyclical nature of their buildings, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and we could either stay in ambush stance as we move closer here. They do now have a growing army here, in addition to the 16 units. Well, they got the Jet Lion. They got the Sky Junk, which is obviously better than a Sky Lantern, quite a bit better. They've got the Celestial Lion, and they've got all these characters. So this is not going to be an easy win for us. I still feel much better about this army now that I know that all of our characters have lost the Thirst for Blood trait. But it might be better off if for some reason he comes up here. Well, we're only at 40%, so it seems unlikely. What would we gain if we can't even go into raiding stance? We've already moved too far. Well, that's a little unfortunate. I'm gonna stay in ambush stance right now, just in the off chance that he moves up this way and we can ambush him. If we could wipe out that army and then deal with the garrison separately, that would obviously be ideal. Okay. I'm not going to recruit any new armies just yet because I really would like to get the income up to 6,000 to get the gain a substantial income objective taken care of. I mean, we're at turn 118. I think it's high time that we get this objective taken care of. And that would get us a Banner of Hellfire, which I have fallen in love with. And let's just take a look here. We've got some money to do some other things in terms of settlements. Okay, so back to here. I'm going to go ahead and go back into raiding right here. And see, because the money is good. In fact, this will help push us back up to towards 6,000. Let's see if he comes up here to attack us again. If he does come up here to attack us, it'll be harder for him to get back to within reinforcing distance of that garrison. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And, okay, then that leaves this, which is our most successful war right now. We want to go ahead and go into raiding. We could actually reach... Didn't realize we could reach the Temple of Heimkell, but I'm going to go ahead and raid here anyway, because we have an objective for it, and we can get an actual 2,400 favor for this. On top of the 316, this is getting us closer to our 6,000. This is interesting. So we have a Beastmen army right here. It's raiding Castalton's territory, which suits me just fine. Factions encountered, Man-Blight Warherd. Let's go ahead and get this off our screen. So, I mean, that's a strong garrison, but I don't think it's too much for us to take. This is going to be interesting. Frozen Landing up here is actually the Chaos Dwarves. How strong are they? Do we care if we end up going to war with them? Well, we do. They've got 9 settlements. They're quite strong. They're 19. They're at war with nobody we particularly care about right now, and they are also trading with the other Chaos Dwarves, so we do kind of care about that. So, okay, what that means then is we may want to stop right here. It's unfortunate because it would mean we can't finish this province, but that's okay. That's all right. It is good, suitable climate here. That's good for us, as opposed to the ones that we've already gotten here, which are unpleasant climates. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and move just a little bit closer here. And we'll definitely, I shouldn't say definitely, but it's hard to imagine a scenario where we won't be able to take the Temple of Heimkell. Next turn, from a diplomacy standpoint, I'm assuming that Kislev is still not interested in peace, and I'm also assuming they are still quite weak. And in fact, they are. The Patriarch of Kislev. This is interesting. So Castalton is actually really strong. He's got 23 settlements. He's at war with Tzeentch. He's at war with, is that Wulfric? I can't remember. And I think that's Malice Darkblade, Reichland, and, oh wow, so he's at war with everybody. Wow. Including half of the Order Tide. Didn't realize he was already at war with Reichland. Reichland is not very strong though, right? Well, actually, Reichland and Balthazar together are fairly strong. Well, you know, we'll let them keep fighting. That benefits us because they're all 15 settlements, 16 settlements, and 23 settlements. Yeah, that would be nice if they can do some damage to each other. Let's go ahead and check our diplomacy out while we're here. We could make peace with these guys, or get a non-aggression pact. I'm not going to do it because they're not very strong, and we know from past experience that the Beastmen ignore non-aggression pacts and they raid your territory anyway, and I'd rather just wipe them out if they come into our territory. Okay, so 8,700 favor with which to maybe do some building upgrades. This might be the last chance that we have to do building upgrades before we have to start spending money on recruiting again. Refresh my memory what this landmark does. This is for Plague Toads and Pox Riders. That's good. And we have another one for Rotflies, I believe. We're finishing up this. So this is still not going to be one of our wealthier provinces. It's just got the unpleasant climate. Okay, so I think this is probably where we want to do another... No, this is not very good province either. Let's make sure that it's our wealthiest provinces that we focus on first and foremost. And that means Okay, that means down here. Alright, so it's not... Flayed Rock, you're actually our second wealthiest province? Could that be right? Or third wealthiest? Looks like the Dragon Isles is definitely number 1, and then Nablar Country is number 2. So this, yeah, you are our second wealthiest province. Look at how awesome the Dragon Isles is looking right now, though. 5,100 favor per turn. But there's nothing more for us to do here. We could increase these. Income from all buildings in the local province. Well, we're going to do it because that's an extra 10% to our income here. That's 500 per turn. Okay, well, probably a little bit less, but it's a significant amount. All right, now back to Pig Barter. We can, or to Flayed Rock. We can no longer afford to build a military building here. That's fine. That's fine. We'll save up a little bit of money. We'll have 10,000 bare minimum next turn. And that'll be good to recruit an emergency force if we should need it. And so let's just check out our plague situation. Here we have every settlement covered with plagues. Here we're not going to worry about Pig Barter. We could put another plague on you. And I think we want to because there's lots of room for a plague to spread over here. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and give you the infection or the plague here. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. All right. We already checked our diplomacy out. We're not doing any more building upgrades. Okay, this is going to be very interesting. I'm still mostly concerned about what Zhao Ming does up here. We're going to lose sight of it, unfortunately, because I don't have... Maybe I should pull him... I'm hesitant to pull this unit out of the army because it's very likely to be a battle down here. But I do want to be able to see what happens up there. I'm going to do it. I think it's more important to have visibility on the enemy than it is to have a level 4 Plague Bearer unit. Not Plague Bearer, Plague Ridden unit in the battle. And you are... Yeah, you are not a field agent. I don't long-term want to keep you out there, but for now it's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and do our first intern here. Panic in the Motherland, we got that taken care of, so that's good. Oh, okay, so that's right, I forgot. The Chaos Dwarves go first, but they did not attack Cathay. Cathay... Interesting, they did not attack Hanyo Port. But they also stayed on their side of the river, so they're not reinforcing. Maybe they didn't pull us out of ambush stance. Maybe they don't realize that we're about to attack them down there. Okay, we can't see what Reichland and Balthazar Gelt did. Grimgore did not declare war on us. It's always nice to know. Still very close to us, though. They're staying close enough that they can attack us at any time. Archaon, not really doing anything that matters to us. And Kolek, just kind of rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic, isn't he? No, we are not going to make nice with you. We don't want to be friends with you. Even for the whopping 120 favor that you can offer us. I'm assuming that Kolek's second army up there is close enough to be reinforced from Challenging Stone. Okay, we got plague. I think we have plenty of Plague Bearers available to us, so we will take the Plague Toads. We knocked out this mission. We're over 6,000. Yay! We have finished this objective as well. Although I guess we haven't gotten credit for it yet. We should have credit for it after the next end turn. Okay. Well, why are when they... There were 2 turns remaining, I thought. We should have gotten 2,400. I will have to go back and check the video on that, but I really thought we had 2 turns to do it. Okay, ambush failed, yeah. War declared. Kislev, that's fine. Only spread a couple of plagues that time, but it's better than nothing. We did get a couple of ranks, that's good. We got some buildings built. Okay. Alright, so first thing I want to do, let's go back here to Dungrut, and I want to see, yeah, he is close enough that if we attack him, both the garrison and Kolek himself will come out to join that fight. So we're not going to attack him. And if he tries to attack us, we are not close enough to Dragon's Death that our garrison would come out. But for whatever reason, he decided not to come out and attack us anyway. We're going to continue to raid for now. Kugath, we are going to go ahead and attack here. Before I do that, let me just go down here to Demon Grog and see. That army has not grown any larger. They're going to have 23 units. To our 19. But we do have all these characters. I feel like that is a winnable battle for us. I do want to take Locus of Contagion because I love it. You're not on a Rotfly yet, you're just on the Palanquin. Ben Coke, let's go ahead and give you... What am I doing with you, Ben Coke? Scarred Veteran, it looks like, is what I'm doing with you. Let's just check out here if we have... We have no magic items or ancillaries to do anything with. I'm going to go ahead and move down, lay siege, just check out what it tells us in terms of the auto-resolve odds. But I'm going to fight the Kugath battle first and think about whether or not we're going to fight this. If we were to fight this, we would lose 2 units of Marauders of Nurgle. I may encircle them and not attack them for a turn to see if they attack us instead, because we do then have the advantage of their garrison not having the scaling garrison buff mod boosting them. So that's a possibility, and he actually unfortunately cannot get down there to reach. But I could move him to where he would be able to reach next turn if we do decide to have, if we attack them next turn. So Dungrut, you're fine. It's time for Kugath. Let's, oopsie, let me get my fingers on the right keys here. Okay, Temple of Heimkel, close victory. It's a decent garrison right there. Kislev's got themselves some pretty strong garrisons when they build the garrison building. However, it's going to be a field battle, and it's a strong garrison, but it's not stronger than our mighty Nurglings. Oh, it's not going to be a field battle. It's a minor settlement battle. Of course it is. Don't know why I didn't realize that. If they build the garrison building, it's going to be a minor settlement battle. Well, we're probably going to have to use the old blob tactics again, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and fight it. I guess what I should have done is throwing a plague on them. I'm getting careless with with Kugath. I'm getting Cavalier, overconfident, and that's a mistake. I need to be careful about not doing that. Still, I like the chances of our character units in this army, which are super strong at this point. I like them being able to soften up the front lines even before the Nurglings get in there. And of course the Nurglings, as long as I keep the Nurglings close by Kugath, they can really soak up a lot of damage with the combination of their regeneration, their boosted stats, and forget what this buff is called, but Kugath can constantly do this Plaguefather's Oration, which gives them the plus 24 on melee defense. So that's really nice as well. So let's go ahead. I think let's keep everybody, and I didn't even put my plague on Kugath. What am I doing, man? I'm just really not thinking things through here very well. Let's go ahead and get you guys on 4. I'll lock you for now, but don't know if it's going to stay that way. Kugath here. You guys here. You guys here. You up here. You guys here. I think I want my Beast of Nurgle and my Exalted Heroes on 3. And my Plague Riddens, never mind, I don't need control groups for them. I think I can handle keeping all these guys straight at this point. So the more they stay grouped up here, the more likely we are to be able to get a Blight Boil on them or some effective Streams of Corruption, and of course Locus of Contagion. But before we send our more vulnerable Plague Riddens in, we want to make sure that we get our melee single entity units up here to absorb the majority of the damage that they can inflict with both their gunfire and then their melee. So let's go ahead and start the battle. Let's go ahead and move forward with those guys. Kugath, and you can just go ahead and fire at whoever it's convenient for, which for starters looks like the Kassars there. Let's go. Yeah, let's get you forward too. You should probably be in group 3 as well. Let's go ahead and speed you up. You guys can't speed up. You're kind of bait right now, it looks like. Let's maybe not go charging you forward by yourself. Maybe let's try to do this with a little bit of coordination. Okay, let's go ahead and get Kugath and our Soul Grinder firing at a unit that's not so very depleted. I wonder if they could hit that ice guard over there. Okay, you guys get here. And time for us to get you guys forward. I'm going to move you up to here. 3, I'm going to move you guys towards them. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some units here. No, that's not where I want to do it. Maybe here? And then let's get you guys over there as well. Okay, you guys now take on them. You go right there and do your Locus of Contagion. You get up there as well. Get ready to do it as well. Kugath, let's get you forward here, Kugath. Okay, let's get back to you. We want to do Locus of Contagion with you. And we want to do a blight boil. Right here, let's go ahead and pull you guys back out so you don't get hit by the blight boil. 3, what are you guys doing here? Switch gears to them. We did pretty good work against the Zargard there. I like that. Let's go ahead and have you shoot at those Streltsy. You guys, how are you doing here? Let's get all of these things going. Let's actually go ahead and see if we can get you on the Streltsy as well. You as well. And you as well, because those are spears. There's no reason for you to be fighting spears. You guys, okay, let's get back to here. Let's move a little bit away from them. We're taking a little bit of damage there. Let's do a stream of corruption, maybe. Did some decent damage there. And now let's go ahead and dive in. You as well. What do we have here? Ice Guard swords. Let's have you shooting at those Ice Guard, please. You guys, Kugath, you get up here. In fact, you start moving towards him. And at this point, let's go ahead and let's take these guys off of control group. I'm sorry, off of locked control group. And get you up there as well. Okay, our Soul Grinder's taking some damage here. Let's go ahead and hit. If I can spin my camera correctly, there we go. Let's hit them. You guys over here, go ahead and deal with him. You have a healing potion you can use, that's good. You guys taking a little bit of damage over here. Let's go ahead and maybe do a Fate of Buna here on them. Go ahead and hit them from behind. You've got another Locus of Contagion that you can use. Kugath, how are we doing here? Let's go ahead and summon them, I suppose. Let's do a melee defense. Debuff on them. Let's charge you guys in on them. You guys are already on them. You can move forward here. You guys right here, try to take him out. That would be nice if we can take care of him. Kugath, let's go ahead and give you do the buff here. We could do another Stream of Corruption up there would be nice, but we can't quite reach it. But what we can do is we can get you guys over there. What are you shooting at? Shoot at those Kassars. Let's go ahead and get Kugath actually. Let's get all of you guys on them. Kugath. Don't shoot at them, chase them. Our Nurglings are slowly coming in. Okay, you can get on them as well. And... oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What's going on with you? You've taken a lot of damage here. In fact, and we can't even really heal you up very much. So let's get you out of there. You broke, never mind. Let's hope that you can survive. How are you looking? Go ahead and hit these guys up here. Get on them. Okay, you get on them. Okay, you're back. Now let's go ahead and do a greater gate. Never mind, do it here. And then get out of there. Okay, go ahead and get out of there. Now this is good, okay. You can go charging in to those Ice Guard, that's perfect. Okay, we've taken a little bit of damage here. But let's get you Let's get you on the ice guard. You on the ice guard. You're moving out. That's good. You guys are all now... Let's get you moving up there, along with Kugath. You get up here as well. Meanwhile, we've got time for another Fate of Buna here on you. Locus of Contagion. We need you to get in there to help out as well. And we're going to cast a Fleshy Abundance here. That'll help out. Both of them are now getting some heals. You can go ahead and do your Locus of Contagion now. Alright, let's get some of our Nurglings over to here. You're... I'm just going to leave you out for now. Yes, you could summon some Plague Bearers, but I don't want to risk exposing you to the towers. I'm going to have to get you out as well. You're taking too much damage. Same thing for you. You keep pressing forward. In fact, you go up here. You get up there. Okay, you can run up here where you can shoot at them, perhaps. You guys stay on those horse archers, I suppose. Boy, those exalted heroes are awesome. Okay, what are you guys doing? I thought I told some of you to come over here. Did I not? Okay, you... I thought I pulled you out, but I guess I didn't. Okay, casting that Blight Boil, and now get your speed, get out of there. Okay, pretty effective Blight Boil. Let's go ahead and actually do a Stream of Corruption as well. Okay. And you guys are still not moving because I guess there's just no way in. Alright, well then attack that. Yeah, there's no way in. That's why you're not doing it. You can go ahead and dive bomb them. They're about to break anyway. And actually, you can join them. Alright, let's get you up here. You're fine to keep attacking those Kassars. If I get you up here, you should be able to shoot at anything they have defending up there. Okay, Kugath. All of you guys who are still here. Well, never mind. Kugath, you work your way up there as well. You guys should be finishing off what you're fighting there. Okay, I think it's time to do a heal on you. Alright, I think everything is pretty close to being taken care of now. They have a little bit here. Let's get you guys over here on them. You guys come join the fight over here. Let's get another... Oh, I don't have enough winds of magic for a really good, for an overcasting of whatchamacallit, Pestilent Abundance. But let's get... Well, you can drink a healing potion at least. You can as well. You can't heal anymore anyway. You four, let's get all of you here close together. And how much do I need for an overcast. I can't tell how much I need for an overcast. I'm going to wait for just a minute here. We're at 22. Still can't overcast it. Okay, let's speed things up a little bit. 23, 24. I still can't overcast it. 25, 26. There we go. Now I can overcast it. We're all here. Okay, excellent. You're going to end up coming out of this with not very much health, but everybody else here is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and end the battle. And it was a little tougher than it would have been had I just thought to use my plagues more effectively. So, note to self, don't get cavalier. Use your plagues more effectively. Now, what I'm hoping is that by occupying this this settlement instead of raiding, that it doesn't now suddenly reduce my income to under 6,000. It looks like we should be okay. We should be okay. We get a little bit of money out of this and some good experience out of it. No magic items, alas, but it is what it is. Okay, so if we occupy it, we're still at 6,400, which is obviously more than 6,000. Chance of the plague spreading, 15%. That's fine. Forbidden Rod, that's fine. Wait a minute, I'm not sure why we got the Forbidden Rod, because it told us we did not get any magic items, but I'm not going to worry about it. Encountered some factions, it's always interesting. Won a battle against a human army. Okay. It's not the first time we fought a battle against a human army, I don't think. In fact, I'm sure of it. Got some ranks. Okay. Alright, looking good on this front at least. Nice to always be making some progress somewhere. We got Nurgle's Rot. I didn't realize we had Nurgle's Rot. For some reason I was thinking that I didn't have a plague on this army at all, but actually we did. And we even had the plague that we wanted. Now I could think about changing to the Crumbling Ague, because it would be nice for the replenishment, but we still got 5 more turns in Nurgle's Rot. This is really the only unit that needs additional replenishment anyway, so I'm not going to do it. Let's go ahead and finish up our ranks here. We have Virulent Contagion. Don't see any reason not to take that. We get 2 uses, minus 40 melee defense. That's certainly quite good. And I don't know that we really have anything else in the red line there that we care about at this point. I could do... What do I want to do with him? I think I want to start making my way towards Renowned and Feared down here. So what's good for Kugath? Recruitment cost? Not really. Looter? Maybe. Despoilers? Maybe. And Corruption. I think I'm going to go with Looter. Or do I want to go with Raid with Despoilers? We can get up to a plus 30%. I'm going to take Despoilers. Okay. Alright, Adipus here. Now you are... Have I really not taken any additional ranks of Rancid Visitations? Well, obviously I have not. Okay, but you are up to Deadly Onslaught, so that's good. Let's go ahead and give you... Do we have all the defense? No, we can give you some... Let's give you some additional armor. Let's continue to make you tougher in melee combat, since I am using you in melee combat a lot. And now, Ben Koch, you are our #1 cultist in this campaign. We'll give you some additional hit points. Festergax, let's give you... You've got everything you could possibly want except for Devastating Charge. Okay. Mintash. You've got all the same stuff except for you don't have Assassinate. Septed. We'll get you up here with Blade Shield. And that's it for this army, at least. Okay. Temple of Heimkul. Oh, we can now upgrade him, but I'm going to actually upgrade this one first. And I also want to do this, I'm pretty sure. Now, actually, that's not... I don't really need more characters right now. What I need is maybe the growth here. Or the public order. I think maybe the public order, actually. This was looking kind of shabby here on the public order front. So, alrighty. Now, let's jump back to Demon Grog. I think I'm going to wait one turn, siege them down just a little bit, and wait and see if they attack us. I did not hit them with a plague, unfortunately. It's too late now. I'm not going to lift the siege. You, however, Demon Grog, you don't have Nurgle's Rod on you, so we definitely want to rectify that. That's looking much better now with your minus 20 physical, or with your plus 20 physical resistance, minus 20 in terms of the damage that they do. Okay, and then I think the only lord not moved up here is Dungrut, and we're not going to move him. So let's take a look at our settlements. The Gallows Tree could stand to get an infection. Flayed Rock, we could go ahead now and do another military building for you. That's probably what we'll do. Not really. Look. Well, yeah, no, we don't want to do it here. Temple of Heimkul, actually, this is a better place for us to do a... Well, I was going to say it's a better place for us to do a plague, because it could spread up here, but I don't want to lose Nurgle's Rot here on Kugath. So I'm not going to do it there in case it were to overlay the plague that he's already got on him. And poor old Haunted Forest just being neglected down here. Okay. Alright, so we're back to the Gallows Tree. The Gallows Tree, we're going to infect you with fever for the money. And we're going to build a military building here in... How much does this get us maximum? This gets us up to 300 per turn. I'm actually more tempted now to wait until we can do an advanced military building here. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. No reason to spend money if we don't have a good use for it, so we'll continue to save up for the emergency, most likely the emergency being Grimgor attacking us. Let's check our diplomacy out. Wintertooth Tribe. This is interesting. So they're at war though with the Chaos Dwarves, and I don't really want to... I want to be making nice with the Chaos Dwarves for... Whoops. For just in case, well, in case they would be willing to go to war with Grimgor in the near future as well. Okay. Alright, I think we're ready for another end turn. Don't know if this is going to be our last end turn for this episode or not. The The hour passes quickly when you fight gigantic battles, that's for sure. I do feel like these campaigns now, not just this one, definitely the Thorek campaign. Queek's not quite there yet, but anyway, these are turning into some pretty epic campaigns. These are really touch-and-go battles. Oh, he's taking some damage. Yeah, really touch-and-go battles that are pretty intense. Which I love. It's what we wanted. He's not going to attack us, is he? He is not. Well, then we probably will attack them. But I'm not sure we're going to have time to do it in this episode. I want to take a closer look at Zhao Ming and see just how beaten up his army is. It certainly looked pretty beaten up at first glance, which is good because that means we don't have to fear him attacking Qiang. We wouldn't have to recruit like an emergency army there to help defend it. Kolek continuing to be wimpy. Oh, I didn't really pay too close attention to the new factions that we encountered. Should at least look to see who they are at war with and how strong they are. Okay, Scrap Towers receives a plague. Pigbard receives a plague. Please tell me that our... Why did we not get a mission accomplished on gain a substantial income? A new god ascends, Nurgle Ascendant. That's nice, but gain a substantial income at the end of your turn. Have an income of at least 6,000. We definitely had more than 6,000 at the end of the last turn. Do not understand these objectives. What is happening? Because we didn't get the extra 800 that we should have gotten for raiding the correct region. Excuse me. And for whatever reason, we didn't get credit for gaining a substantial income. That is kind of annoying. Alright, we encountered another Cathayan faction over here. That's what... Is that Malying? Is that her?
Ready to defend.
Yep, that's her. Okay. Sure enough, and she is not in great shape. I'm sure she hates us. She does indeed. She's at war with Village, so, and with the Chaos Dwarves. So she's done for. All right, did I finish looking at all these? Yeah, I just need to decide now what to do over here. I guess, I mean, there's no reason for me to leave the army over here if we're not going to keep expanding. And we could come down this way and just keep pressing the attack against Tsarina Katarine, but I'd have to go through and risk going to war with Kastaltin in the process. Maybe that's not really that big of a deal, however. Kastaltin's got his hands full with all of his wars, although he is extremely strong. I think maybe... Wow, he's all the way up to the second strongest faction. Maybe we don't risk going to war with him. She's not going to want to make peace with us, right? She is not. Well, I don't think she's in any immediate shape to retake the Temple of Heimkul. I don't want to leave Kugath up here if he's not doing something useful in this region. So I could consider pulling him racing him as quickly as he can get over in this direction. Going to take a while to get there. Definitely going to take a while to get there. Tribe slaughter. We could go to war against Archaon, because why not? You know, Archaon's not that strong. He's 27th, but that's more a factor of how few factions are left than it is that he's terribly strong. At the very least, he's weaker than we are. But there's really no reason for us to take on another enemy right now. That would be kind of dumb. Look at Bretonnia. Boy, I'd like to get down there and start attacking Bretonnia. They're going to have some nice territory for us to take at some point. Okay, the Chaos Dwarves are doing okay. They're still our best bet in terms of long-term allies, I believe. Gash Kadrak, is there anything that we can do to make you friendlier? You're at war. You know what we could do? If we do this, if we... Actually, let me go back to them. Gash Kadrak, if we agreed to join a war against them, you would give us 1,000 favor. Let's do that. And you're gonna... That's gonna help in terms of our relations moving forward with you. And that's really no skin off our teeth. That's a very minor concession as far as I'm concerned. So this will keep improving a little bit. They do still have the minus 15 aversion, of course. Now you're at war with the Silver Pinnacle and Wintertooth tribe, but our relations with you are going up. And we don't really care about the servants of the Conclave right now. They're at war with Grengor. We don't really want to piss them off, I don't think. So, well, actually, I probably shouldn't even worry about that too much. Yeah, okay. Good enough for now. I'm going to take a look here at how many turns it would take to get Grimgor up here. It would be faster probably if we went through the water. It's actually doable, I think. We're going to tick off Castalton, unfortunately. It can't be helped. But only for one turn. And if he really wants to declare war on me, that's fine, because he's got some territory here that we could take from him. That leaves the Temple of Heimkol here pretty undefended right now. I'm going to risk that. Just because I don't see one of Tsarina Katerina's armies close by. It won't take him too long to get a better garrison. Really, three turns for him to have a stronger garrison. Okay. And that would be really nice if we can get Kugath. We're looking at probably maybe 4 or 5 turns away. If we can get Kugath over to here, that's going to change the complexion of this war against Kolek. And that's really what we had originally sent him up to the north to do anyway. All right. So, I guess at this point I did commit to doing another turn here, didn't I? Okay, so you're going to continue to raid. You have already moved as far as you can. Demon Grog. Let's go ahead and get you... Actually, no, I haven't committed to doing another turn. I can move you into this army, and I can have the game saved here.
Wipe them out. All of them.
You've got the Nurgle's Rot, that's good. This will save the game right here. Close victory. I may even want to siege it down for another turn. We wouldn't lose any units if we auto-resolved, but this is going to be a settlement battle. I think that we could probably win that, but I think we'll take a lot of casualties. And oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to look at Zhao Ming's strength and see if I even need to worry about his army anymore. So we'll think about this. We don't have time to fight it in this episode. We will fight it in the next episode if we do decide to attack. And of course, I do back-to-back Nurgle episodes, so that will be coming up very, very soon. Okay, so this army is considerably depleted, but he does still have these characters. So it's going to be... and he himself is strong, so it's going to still be a significant enough army, but I don't think it's strong enough right now to defeat that garrison. What we don't want to have him do is come up behind us and have the combination of this and the garrison here all attacking Demon Grog, but don't think we have to worry about that. That is definitely not imminent. And it's also very possible that he could end up getting weakened further by the Chaos Dwarves up here. So, okay, I think we're in pretty good shape. I like our strategy moving forward. Again, this being the major strategic concern. But meanwhile, we just keep getting stronger and stronger, and so that suits me just fine. I think that's going to do it for this episode, so thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.